Hi, this is Roland. It's 4th of July weekend, and I thought I would stop by to read you a little something and just check in. I have in my hands a little book called Daily Strength for Daily Needs by Mary W. Tileston. Mary W. Tileston, Daily Strength for Daily Needs. This is a very nice edition here, isn't it? Let me see who the publisher is. Daily Strength for Daily Needs. Barnes and Noble Books. Oh, it's a beautiful book. But those of you who like Madame Guyon, who like Miguel de Molinos, or who like the book A Guide to True Peace, those of you who like those kinds of people and writings, I think you would like this book. You probably already have it, but if you don't, I think you would thoroughly enjoy this book. Daily Strength for Daily Needs by Mary W. Tileston. Now, what is it? Well, she has, for every day of the year, she has little selections of Bible verse or a few sentences from some author. People like Ralph Waldo Emerson or F.W. Farber, E.B. Posey, Gerhard, Manning, Martineau, Madame Guyon, John Henry Newman, G. Tergstegen, a lot of you are familiar with him, F.W. Robertson, A.P. Stanley, oh, there's so many, Fénelon, F.W. Faber. Recognize any of these names? A.L. Waring? Well, every day. So I thought I would just see what was today. And today is July the 2nd. And here's what she has. First of all, she has a little quote from the book of Acts. It says, "Herein do I exercise myself to have always a conscience void of offense toward God and toward man." Yeah, that's right. And how do you have a conscience void of offense toward God? Mainly by not having resentment toward other people. See, let me tell you two little things that you have to watch out for. One of them is a little emotion, and it's called resentment. A little bit of hate. It's a very negative thing, and you have to watch out for it. Somewhere Christ in the Bible said, he said, if you even call a fellow human Raka, he said you will be guilty of the hellfire or something like that. Well, what is Raka? Well, apparently in the Aramaic language, it was just a really derogatory term, like a jerk. I can think of other terms, but we'll just say jerk, okay? Well, so what's the big deal about that? Some people are jerks. But what did he mean? He meant to call them that with judgment and resentment. You see the difference? It's the difference between judging and discerning. It's okay to discern. If you see somebody messing up, you see it. If somebody did something really stupid, you say, hey, that was really stupid what you did. But it's just honest. It's discerning. You see what I mean? But it's without judgment. So judgment you have to watch out for, and resentment. So if you don't have anything against somebody else, what did Christ say? He said, if you're bringing your gifts to the temple, and then you suddenly realize that you have some issue with your brother, then leave your gifts at the temple door and first go make it right with your brother. See? So how do you make it right with people? First of all, don't hate them. Don't resent them. In other words, overlook. It doesn't mean see no evil, hear no evil. It just means overlook. But you know what? Many of what you thought someone was doing wrong and so on and so forth, you thought they were rude or something, it was a judgment. And you know how your judgments can be wrong. So just overlook. Then the other thing is, of course, the resentment, which is the emotion of judgment. But what is it? It's kind of disgusting, because to resent is to feel again, if you break it down into the Latin terms, to feel again. So you judge someone, and then you can feel it. You see what I mean? It's like there's a piece of candy you wanted, you eat the candy, and you savor it. See? So resentment is savoring. But it's much more than that. But I just want you to understand. So if you don't hate anybody, you don't resent anybody, then that puts you on pretty good footing with God. I think you will. Very good footing. All right. Then let's continue reading from Mary W. Tileston's Daily Strength for Daily Needs. What's the next thing she has? Something by F.W. Faber. I'll say Faber. Oh, keep thy conscience sensitive, no inward token miss, and go where grace entices thee, perfection lies in this. Beautiful. Conscience, see? Go where grace entices thee. Keep your conscience sensitive. So what's another word for conscience? Intuition. That's how God communicates with us, by intuition. It's present sight and foresight. And it becomes 20/20 hindsight when you err, when you don't follow your intuition, when you are ambitious or impatient or selfish, then it makes you aware of the fact that you had been, and it feels like conscience. But if you were friends with your intuition, then you would never feel conscience. Follow your conscience. Then she has a quote from R.W. Emerson. I'm thinking Ralph Waldo Emerson. We need only obey. There is guidance for each of us, and by lowly listening we shall hear the right word. Well, you could think about this in various ways. See, if I hear something that's right, some preacher or somebody, they say something that seems it's right. How do I know that it's right? It's the internal testimony. So basically, I'm attentive to my intuition or my conscience. And by it, in the light of conscience, in the light of intuition, I know that what they're saying is right. And if what they're saying is not quite right, then it doesn't sit right with my conscience or my intuition. But the guidance is always there. And it's your intuition or your conscience. Now here's the last one, HWS, or the initials. She doesn't say who it is. But it's very nice. You want to hear it? The heights of Christian perfection can only be reached by faithfully each moment following the guide who is to lead you there. That would be, of course, God, by way of conscience, by way of intuition. And he reveals your way to you one step at a time. In the little things of your daily lives, asking only on your part that you yield yourselves up to his guidance. If then in anything you feel doubtful or troubled, be sure that it is the voice of your Lord, and surrender to it at once to his bidding, rejoicing with a great joy that he has begun thus to lead and guide you. Your guidance is there. Grace is there. Love is there. They're all there. All you have to do is grasp them. And the way you grasp them, it's a process of letting go. So perfection for humans is a process of letting go. Letting go of the grudges, of the bitterness, of the resentment. of the hurt feelings, letting go of pride, letting go of impatience, letting go of selfishness. See? Letting go. And then what's left is the ability to perceive clearly and to be a friend of God. So, I hope you enjoyed today's little video. Daily Strength for Daily Needs. It's very nice. But, it's not the book or Mary Tileston so much. It's that what you read here, it reminds you, or it awakens you to the inner knowing within, what you know in your heart.